This is young generation like BTS and Blackpink. So hopefully the project that at least Hanso Park became the summer team here in Vietnam. So we are happy to be here in Vietnam. So I'm gonna present today about treatment of hepatitis carcinoma and the multidisciplinary approach. I'm a British oncologist, so I'd like to more or less introduce how creative therapies can be effectively used in the treatment of diabetes. Currently, I'm working as a professor in clinical oncology in nursing University of Korea, and I was the previous professor from Asia Pacific Liver Cancer Expert Association, ADMA. This is the most active international liver cancer clinical association. And then I was also the past president of Korean Cancer Association, and still I'm working as a consultant in the International Atomic Energy Agency. So this slide shows the worldwide incidence of liver cancer, HCC. You can see that Korea and China, Southeast Asia all belong to the high prevalent area for this. And also similarly, for the mortality rate is also very high. Korea, China, Southeast Asia all belong to the most high mortality rate of liver cancer in the world. So I'd like to touch three topics. First, basics of liver and liver cancer. Maybe you know already, but just remind you things today. Liver is very unique organ with a dual blood supply. Every other organ has only one outflow system, but it has two outflow system. One is hepatic artery for oxygen, the other one is hepatic artery enrichment. These two vessels merge together, blood merges in the hepatic stems and right to the central vein. Because of that, different from other organs, for liver cancer, vascular treatment has been very, very popular. So you are very familiar to the taste. The transarterial hepatic embolization treatment. That treatment is based on this information. So when there's a low-grade dispersing nodule or high-grade nodule, then the nodule has a similar vascular supply as other normal tissue. Arterial supply, protein supply. Then in only HCC and a very different molecule, then the arterial supply is mostly a majority, and there's increasing 50% of total supply. That is the reason why we try arterial-based treatment such as TACE, HCC patient. However, if you look at more precisely, you can see that in early and very different tune, still there's a quite a percentage of the total brain flow. That's a big reason why taste has a frequently failed after the treatment. Another important thing is the liver is immunologically fluent organ. If you think about the true vascular supply, through total vein, so many food derived antigens coming to liver and also bacterial products. If liver shows some sensitivity to each time to food derived antigen and the bacterial products, then our body gets sick every time. So our body is designed to limit health sensitivity. For that reason, my colleague in the liver transplantation team told me that liver transplant is much easier compared to renal transplant because of that. So after post-transplant, the rejection is much lower compared to other organs. That's another reason for explaining this mechanism. And also, chronic infection of the liver typically result in performance. Finally, T-cells are exhausted to prolong energy, apoptosis, or antigen-presented cells and liver. Altogether, liver is a fundamentally important organ. Maybe you've heard about phylogenetic analysis. For example, when there's a COVID-19 epidemic worldwide, then we try to find out which by genetic analysis. So through genetic analysis, finding out its ancestor is phylogenetic analysis. So very brilliant researchers did a very nice study. So this study showed that even in one tumor, by the cell location, they show different genetic profile. And also, when one tumor is surgically resected and relapsed, and then when they compare primary tumor and the recurrent tumor together, then mostly those two tumors do not share genetic entities, the different entities. So this is well explained. Heterogeneity within the tumor and heterogeneity will come from primary to unique. 50% derived from the human lineage of the ancient tumor. Furthermore, not only tumor, but also tumor environment also show heterogeneity. This is a very complex study, but very simply speaking, now tumor and the surrounding invasive margin, tumor margin, or normal liver shows a different profile of the T cells and the multisensory type cells. So not only tumor, but also immune tumor microenvironment show heterogeneity. This is a study comparing another heterogeneity by the region. Maybe you're familiar with the BCS staging, development staging. So they checked percent BCSC GLA on stage at the initial diagnosis. You can see that in Japan, almost 60% belong to BCSC GLA, mostly early stage. So their treatment success is very low. But Korea, 20 to 30, Taiwan, 10 to 20, China less than 10, other Asia less than 5. Probably Vietnam will belong to this area. And even in the same stage, success rate is also different. For example, stage A, early stage, Japan, very high, 91%, median survivor. But USA, 25, Latin America, EU, and Asia Pacific, 54%. So even for the treatment to modality, there's a huge heterogeneity in each stage, stage 0, A, B, C, D. You can see that although there's a guideline, still a lot of treatment are being applied. Probably most frequent one is stage B, stage C, even stage D. Very frequently, PACE is used. So to summarize this part, liver is complex, immunologically tolerant organ, The liver cancer is complex, associated with the chronic liver disease, heterogeneity in tumor and in immune-like environment, and heterogeneity in practice by the region. Second point is the current practice of radiotherapy in liver cancer. So in the past, we thought we need to treat only the whole liver cannot tolerate higher than 30 grade. As you know, 30 grades is not enough dose for tumor control. Then there's a conceptual change from whole liver to focal liver. Focal liver can tolerate higher than 70 grade. But in the past, it was not easy to deliver high dose on the focal liver. And now we have a very fancy machine development. So technology evolution allow to deliver high dose radiation to focal liver. So you need to be familiar to this concept. To be, we used only one entity and cluster beam, so that for the small tumor, huge volume of normal liver was given radiation. With the 3D, we can use multi beams and a much better the conformal coverage of tumor. And then for the IMIT, and very precise coverage of the tumor. The liver tumor is in the moving order. Liver is moving and the liver tumor is moving. So we know very well the GTB and CTB and the ITB, exam target volume, covering in the traveling range, and also PTB, nothing but safety margin. So in the 3 grading, we need to cover all this range. So huge volume of liver giving the radiation injury. But we can try motion reduction. Simply, we do abdominal compression. Then much reduced traveling distance, so we can reduce the normal liver volume. It can be irradiated. The more developed method is tracking. So by the implanting radio PEC marker such as the gold seed, then we just to track the gold seed movement and deliver radiation. This is only possible with the cyberknife. This is the one example from image-guided radiotherapy in pain delivery using VMAX. I think that you have very much system here. Do you use VMAX? I think this screen is not very well fixed, right? There's the system like a grid, a appraisal of guidelines for research and evaluation. This is only one internationally endorsed system for appraisal of the guidelines. So we searched through the published guidelines, and finally we sorted the 23 guidelines, and they're evaluated by the expert in the liver cancer, which therapist in Korea. We have a liver cancer radiation therapy study in Asia. And we found that 2 guidelines are quite recommendable. First one is a HCC guideline, and the second one is Korean guideline. Are you familiar with the HCC guideline? Yes. This is a most recent HCC guideline for the potentially resectable or transplantable right tumor and operable performance. Of course, resection, transplant is preferred. However, if it's not feasible, then local therapy such as ablation, RFA, and really therapy such as TACE and the radiation therapy is recommended. And for the renal confined unresectable tumor, then the local regional therapy is most recommended involving population, arterial treatment such as TACE and ICU. This is what about Korean guideline? This is the most recent one, 2022. We first made Korean in the year 2003 and revised several times, and then this is the most recent one. For the single, so radiation is can given for the tumor, small size with vascular invasion, and the larger size with vascular invasion, multiple small, multiple large with vascular invasion. So this is a best option. However, when best option is not available, then the alternative option also can be applied. You can see that PIT can be applied in many occasions like this. So this is the ASTRO guideline, the 2022. It looks very complex. So to summarize, they recommend that for the transplantable HCC, radiotherapy can be a bridging modality. For the non-surgical, only HCC, one of local missionary treatment, and for the failure to population and failure to taste as a salvage treatment. And the liver confined HCC with microvascular invasion, they finish with treatment. The HCC with extrahepatic mass,
Giờ chú ấy đi họp mất rồi anh ạ. Không, anh cứ về phòng với bác đi.
so let's
Chắc
take a look one by one. This is
4 giờ anh
for
quay lại thử
the
xem
shorter treatment in all
bệnh
HCC.
án thì chuyển lại đây.
I know that just reading prior to this
Bác
conference,
xạ mấy giờ?
that people talk about liver SPRT. So they just confuse that liver SPRT is
Còn
only
cái đấy thì
made
mình đi mới đi được.
for the liver radiotherapy. No, it's not true. Then
Không có họ
we met several criteria that SPRT is okay. But when the criteria is not feasible, such as big tumor, very close to normal GI tract, the SPR is very harmful. Then we apply conventional calculation. So I don't like to use just SPR. I think prefer liver radiotherapy. For significant SPR, it's motivation. So for the early case, like the stage A, small tumor, less than 3, usually surgery, transplantation, or RFA can be applied. However, these patients were not feasible for those treatments. You can see the tumor in the jaw. You can see the tumor in the portal. So this is quite big for RFA. This patient was not indicated for surgery. We applied SPRT. You can see the tumor regress, complete regression, and tumor markers decrease to the normal area. Also, this tumor, although small, when tumor is very close to the normal large intestine, like a portal vein in these post-hepatitis, then RFA is not working, not very effective. So we tried SPRT. Then after treatment, we see tumor is gone, or complete regression. So there are numerous papers showing efficacy of SPRT. And this is one of the study, maybe the largest the patient number ever reported for the 2,000 patients. This is from my group, or for the Asian radiotherapy group. And we compared SPRT and RFA, showing that SPRT show much lower recurrence rate, but SPRT and RFA show similar death rate, similar survival. And this is the randomized trial from Korea. They compared RFA versus total treatment. The number is small, but quite interesting result. So those two treatments show similar local production-free survival and similar overall survival. Finally, there's a meta-analysis comparing all those published studies showing that overall survival between RFA and SPRT almost same. But the local control better in SPRT compared to RFA. Let's move to stage B. Stage B, the standard of care is a PACE. However, I showed you the reason why PACE can fail because of the drug supply. This is one patient example. This gentleman has a small tumor. So we applied this taste first. After taste, still there's a wild portion remain. So still taste is more applied. Maybe you do the same practicing here. Taste, taste, taste. Then after taste, you can see that multiple recurrent hormone in lymph glands. Why is that? Well, after taste, by repeated taste, hypoxia increase, angiogenesis increase, also hepatic deterioration increase. Because this is kind of vascular obstructing treatment, infection-inducing treatment. Hypoxia is every time. In hypoxia situation, when tumor remains, the tumor gets more and more aggressive, or sarcomas change, easy metastasis. It's easy metastasis. So rationale about these studies like that. Now, this failure usually happens not in the core, but in the periphery. You can see the tumor here, and there's in the capsular area, there's frequent arterial communication, and also capsular invasion, and peribbiliary access, and open body. So after taste, inside necrosis comes. So when the doctors see the result, oh, just good treatment, that's okay. But that's not true. You can see that still the viable tumor remain in the periphery, in this area, in this area, in this area. But the radiation therapy is very effective for this area because inside hypoxia, but outside there's a frequent vascular supply, still oxic area. As you know very well, in oxic area, radiation is very. So this is there are numerous studies, but I just show you meta-analysis showing that taste versus taste plus IT, much better survival outcome taste plus IT, much better tumor response. But in taste plus IT, slightly increased in the complications such as ulcer, liver enzyme elevation, and the esophagitis duodenitis. Let's move to the advanced stage. I see a locally advanced stage. So when tumors advanced stage, according to the guideline, they say the systemic therapy is rather nowadays immuno-oncology drugs together. However, I'd like to introduce you liver-directed combined with therapy, AVCIT. The reason is that locally advanced HCC shows high tumor burden with macrovascular invasion. Due to macrovascular invasion, there's rapid intrahepatic metastasis. Now, in vivo that is combined radiotherapy, either TACE plus IT or hepatoarterial chemo infusion plus IT or arterial systemic therapy. Now, radiotherapy can attack the huge tumor, but this chemotherapy at least can control intrahepatic metastasis. So they two modalities can go together. This is a prospective phase 2 trial from my group, liver-directed combined radiotherapy plus radiotherapy. You can see that patients, over 50% of patients show progressive frontal vein invasion, like VP4, major petrol, and VP3, first branch. Another 50% show second branch was the small branch. And tumor markers very high, showing that these groups are biologically very progressive group. After the treatment, we see the median overall survival 18 months, and CR plus PR 46%, control 64%. And then almost 15% patients underwent surgical intervention, either resection, RJ5, or liver transplantation after downstage. This is very important point. We first talk about When we analyze the patient's code by the dose given, maybe you know the BED, biological effective dose. So when patients receive higher dose, higher BED, those patients' survival outcomes much higher than low BED patients. Maybe the reason is that conversion to threat restriction rate is very high in high BED patients. For example, in non-transport, only 12%, high stroke almost 20% can be converted to direct resection. So to summarize this part, practice of RT can be a curative RT, usually SPRT, in early stage, and then adjuvant RT protease in intermediate stage, and the liver dilated combined RT, and locally on the late stage. So now, next topic is the emerging role of RT in HCC. There are several issues. First, downstaging conversion therapy, and the second, the neoadjuvant therapy will be discussed. So this patient shows a huge
Tớ
tumor.
đang đi nghe hội thảo với khoa sản.
Error. Yeah. So this patient present invasive target tumor with a macrovascular invasion. You can see in the right, the panel, the tumor invade the whole contaminated area, very aggressive tumor. And then the tumor markers, ADP, higher than 4,000, people higher than 5,000. So first we tried sorafenib. And patients cannot tolerate sorafenib. Sorafenib was the standard of care at that time. So we changed treatment to liver-directed combined RT. And after treatment, you can see that tumor shrunk significantly, and mostly necrosis. And then the tumor markers from 4,000, 5,000 decreased close to the normal range. You can see also now the non-tumor liver area has to show significant hypertrophy. This is very important issue, particularly for the surgeons. So with radiotherapy, we can induce not only tumor shrinkage, but also non-tumor liver, so future remnant liver hypertrophy. You can see that this blue area volume, by the follow time, this blue area volume increased significantly. This is another patient showing that also a huge tumor involving the mesothelioma trunk, the tumor invaded to the diaphragmatic area. The tumor markers, ADP, 75,000, kind of 2,000. So you can see also tumor very shrunken at a very modular pattern, showing that these patients also suffer serious degree of liver cirrhosis. So after liver-directed combined RT, tumor shrunk significantly. However, we can see that all shrunken the tumor, the liver. So in this case, liver resection is not that possible. So we recommended transplantation. So this patient received LDLT, living donor liver transplantation. In the explant liver, you can see the tumor, or mostly necrosis, 90% tumor necrosis, and patients are still living 53 months without disease. So when we analyze the patient cohort, more than 1,000, when patients not downstaged, then those patients' outcome is better survival factor. However, when patients were downstage for resection, or to liver transplantation, then those patients have a survival outcome is close to 60s. So we analyzed some change for tumor disorders, initial and post-surgical. Initially, most patients, 80% of patients showed T3, T4. After treatment, mostly T0, T1, T0. So there's a significant downstage. And median tumor size from 8 centimeter to 4 centimeter, and total invasion from this was 51% initially to 13% to post-surgical. And there's a maximum tumor necrosis, 100% shown in the 47%, and 40 to 99%, 48%. So the big difference between initial and post-surgical. So we wanted to find out factors predicting this group conversion to surgical intervention. We found that younger age and the no previous treatment naive patient, the no and previous good liver function, child A, and the single tumor is better, and the pre-treatment tumor marker, ATP, difficult to lower patient will be better. Most importantly, patients showing CR or PR to the treatment is a better outcome to convert it to surgical intervention. Because another analysis for the liver transplant. So this skin line is the upfront liver transplantation for the within Miller criteria for early stage patients. Now this is the beyond Miller, so advanced tumor at the beginning. But after radiotherapy, converting to within Miller, then followed by liver transplantation. Those patients show that similarly good outcome to initially within Miller patients. But the patients who does not show good response to radiotherapy, then those patients' outcome is much lower than converted patients. It's one of the important point for neoadjuvant radiotherapy. This study came from China and was published in the Journal of Clinical Oncology. They analyzed and compared patients for the resected HCC with potential thrombosis with neoadjuvant therapy, without neoadjuvant therapy, surgery or not, showing that overall survival and DFS significantly higher by addition of neoadjuvant radiotherapy. Next, immuno-oncology agent enhanced therapy. For a long time, for the advanced tumors, rapid has been standard of care. Now, there's a new drug introduced. This is atezolizumab, it's an immuno-oncology agent. Atezolizumab alone has failed, but atezolizumab plus bevacizumab together show good result. So this is a game-changer study. Compared to sorafenib, atezolizumab combination showed improved survival outcome, improved PFS. However, when they do the subgroup analysis with high tumor burden, for example, tumor VP4, so major total brain invasion, and the tumor size 50% or higher of the liver volume or higher that invasion, they define those patients as a high risk. You can see that now in high risk group, while in 9 high risk group, median overall survival in atezolizumab is 22 months, but in the high risk group only 7 months, the big difference. So why is that? There are numerous studies already reported, and this is a very good summary why the high tumor burden patients show very strong response to immunotreatment. First, tumor burden is high, then there's a high glucose intake. Since T cells is a medium high glucose intake, they compete together for glucose intake. When there's high tumor burden, then T cells deprived of glucose, so very weaken. Secondly, these tumor cells give aerobic glycolysis. So it is called, in other words, variable effect. The end product of aerobic glycolysis is the lactic acid. The lactic acid will negative feedback to CD8 positive T cells. So when there's an increased amount of lactic acid, CD8 T cells number and activity decreased. Exhaustion. Third, this lactic acid is affected by regulatory T cells. And the lactic acid change to transform to phosphoenol pigment. And this substance act as a positive feedback for the T cells. So consequently, lactic acid trigger T cells proliferate and activate. As you know very well, T cells do not look for immunological result. Finally, and most importantly, when there's a chronic infection such as chronic hepatitis B or high tumor burden, there's an immunosenescence. So immune system cannot work very effectively. Then, radiotherapy can be a good solution for this immunological treatment. So when tumor cell given radiation, high dose in pure fraction such as SVIP, then there's a serious enormous tumor cell kill. Then this tumor cell kill followed by release of a high amount of tumor antigen. When tumor cell die, and then the cascade of a subsequent immunological event followed by, we call it immunogenic cellular. So this released tumor antigen presented to antigen-presenting cells such as dendritic cell. This activated dendritic cell coming to enter to lymph nodes and the trigger ligand and then side to activate and to proliferate. So these effector T cells come out of the lymph nodes and then go to around the tumor cells, stay as the tumor infiltrating T cells and T cells. So in other words, T cells. So active cell killing. Recognition is very important for tumor cell killing in your accomplice. So I'd like to share my patient design with you. This 50-year-old gentleman has a very extensive tumor, not only primary tumor, but increased size and major gastroenteritis like things. He also presented a lymph node, a mediastinal, prevascular, inflammatory, different, hepatic, portal care, periaortic space, so even metastatic sites, end stage lymph. So far, the guideline, we first applied atezolizumab, bevacizumab. Even after 2 months and 5 months, even tumor markers increase significantly. There's no change in the CT scan, there's no response. Now, if the contact tumor thrombosis persists, then sooner or later, liver function can be more deteriorate. So our oncologist requested me to really treat this area so that patency is recovered. So we designed the therapy only for this other treatment. On contact area, this area, possibly the treatment, you can see that not only radiation area, but also non-irradiated area, tumors show significant regression. And tumor markers, this is a problem. Tumor markers decreased from 13,000 to 4,000, from higher than 75,000 to 60. So we still experience a lot example like this. And there's already one article published from China. The really is analyzed plus bevacizumab in HCC. This is a multi-center single-arm study, and they show that most patients show best good tumor response, except only a few patients, and very promising. Several outcome of not only OS, but also PFS. The next, I will show metastasis direct development. When HCC tumor methods, we only think about palliation, only symptom palliation. So for a long time, we really oncologists preferred the 3-grade 10 fraction or 3-grade 13 fraction, very palliative dose. I think it's time to get out of that old concept to a new concept. So when it comes to oligomets, oligomets means the number of mets or 5 or 10, below 5, 10. We need to operate those mets because when there's a tumor, the metastasis is just like this, just hospitable. So if using local operative treatment can control these only tumor mets like this, then we can further the next subsequent stage. So this is our research already reported. We first test our the concept long mets. For long mets, we compared systemic treatment only and local resistant. You can see a significant difference in overall survival. We also compared lymph node units. This number, 852 patients, is the largest number ever reported. And then when we see local RT resistant treatment group should much higher survival compared to systemic treatment arm. We'd like to share one unforgettable patient example. This lady, 35-year-old bivalve HCC, huge tumor. This tumor also invaded the major vessel, so surgically done resected. And tumor numbers very high, 120,000 ATP. And difficult to immune resistance. So we applied liver-direct combined system. So when I talk about liver-direct combined, this is not SPI, this is a conventional therapy because for this tumor, if we try SPIT, we may encounter serious complications such as GI tract, duodenal perforation, and necrosis. So we prefer conventional therapy in this case. At the treatment, you can see the tumor shrunk significantly, and also you can see the compensating hypertrophy of the liver. Until this one and this one. This is MRI. This area is due to radiation change, but soon this is a recovered tumor, not that liver. So when this result is seen by our surgeon decided to do a resection, and then she resecting. And after resection, she was okay. She was happy. But soon, 3 years later, she developed the first lung mets here. So this one was resected. And this is the second one. Then she refused no further surgical intervention. She was very tired of surgical treatment. So we decided SPIT. And after SPIT, you can see the tumor's gone, and she's still alive. Think about it. These patients really famous. And so to summarize this plot, there's emerging zonal RT in HCC, downstaging conversion, and neoadjuvant, and the immunotherapies enhancing therapy, and the metastasis directed therapy. So this is a take-home message. First, HCC is a very complex disease. So we need to be very, very smooth. We need to work together with the pathologists, radiologists work together. Otherwise, if we radiologists only concern tumor control, sometimes we just miss liver function deterioration. It's very dangerous. We need to close work together with pathologists for liver function and hepatitis status. Also, optimal treatment for HCC is for moderate experimental. And strategical use of this is strongly recommended.
Actually, slide.
Oh, this is minus 1. So this is a Yonsei, the left camera is a Yonsei liver cancer sample too. So this is a post-mortem radiology, pathology, and hepatology, and intervention, and really doctor work together. And even really combine together is first every patient case. And in the middle, you can see our department, there's a there is pathology of department. And then in the right side, you can see the Asian liver radiology group. I made this AAIT for the first time, 7 years ago. Then from that time, we have an annual meeting together, and we share our academic knowledge, and we have some collaboration study together. So I hope in the future, maybe from the hospital, there's some attendee joining the India country. Thank you so much.
So very sinh hoạt trình bày người ta cái vấn đề cũng khá là nhiều thì giai đoạn cái phần trị cũng mới đó để điều trị kết hợp với rất đồng trị nhưng mời các bác sĩ em cho họ đưa chúng ta cái vấn đề điều trị của ta vấn đề gì nhưng riêng thì vấn đề về xã thì tại cái trung tâm tôi xây này thì các chúng ta hỏi cái an toàn.
Oh, thank you for the presentation. I think this presentation very useful for Vietnam because, as you know, in Vietnam nowadays, liver cancer and cancer is number one non-small patient. And many patients with liver cancer in Vietnam. But nowadays, as you know, we treat with liver cancer, we have radiation, but only with relapse with IMRT or BMAT or the rapid AF, we don't have SRT for liver cancer now. In public hospital, but in private hospital, it's not a center at SRT. In Vietnam, we have only one, the cyanide, but nowadays cyanide doesn't work. And in your presentation, I see many indications for liver cancer refer to curative radiation and adjuvant after taste. Neoadjuvant variation for the resectable HCC or the oligometastasis, that is many indications for radiation in liver cancer. But I think in Vietnam today, I think many patients after taste is developed after follow-up. This follow-up is only radiation. I have some question for you. I think the first question is the difference in the immediately in between Vietnam and Japan. The rating of liver cancer in Korea, the difference in Vietnam. The second rating is epidemiology.
Etiology.
Tức là dịch tễ học. Epidemiology. Yes, in Korea. And second is now the SPRT, very important, but SPRT is proton or heavy ion treatment, right? That's the role of the proton or heavy ion in the relation for cancer. And first question, I think the SPRT so finally compare as SPRT with liver transplantation.
Liver what?
Transplantation. Liver transplantation and
Liver transplantation.
yes, and SPRT. Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
Yeah.
The first wish attend radiology.
Yeah.
Bác sĩ có câu hỏi không?
They are translating.
Yeah.
We can English.
I think that all of the doctor can understand English. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we are mostly test therapy.
Yeah.
And Japan mostly affects the C.
C.
And then we studied national vaccination program a very long time ago. So now we expected the cancer decrease by more. The reason is that liver cancer not increasing, stable.
Stable.
And then other factors such as metabolic hepatitis and the fatty liver associated, those situations also make liver cancer. Altogether, liver cancer incidence is not increasing. And Japan is also the same. So in epidemiology, until we have pretty high rate of liver cancer, liver, other cancers increase so fast. Please. Other cancer, like lung cancer, is so fast. So in the national statistics, liver cancer, the ranking is number 4 or number 5. So still very bad.
Yeah.
Because of Western style living pattern, many increased breast cancer, colorectal, and lung cancer.
Yes.
And I see in now that there are many in everywhere.
Yes.
Maybe there should be some national campaign. But in Korea, I think studied in Korean national cancer center, young lady doctor in national office. One doctor in National Cancer Center in Korea, he started a very strong anti-smoking campaign, maybe 10 years ago. So now, in a restaurant, smoking is not allowed, and in the street down, only smoking place. So I'm very happy. But here in Vietnam, I was surprised. Even inside the small young baby, others are smoking.
Yeah.
So I think Vietnam doctors should start a national campaign to no smoking. So this is just one aspect of technology, but there's many also of issue. For the SBIT, that's very important question. SBIT, they have some misunderstanding. SBIT is just technology. If you have a agreement, if you have a very nice, very good machine for it, you can use that machine just to SBIT. But for the liver SBIT, there should be somehow a good condition of strong. The tumor size should be one tumor size should be less than 5 centimeters. And we can allow for 3 tumors, the small diameters, small diameter together, and exceed 6 centimeters.
6 centimeters.
And also, there should be a normal liver preserved at 700 centimeters. So those tumor and normal liver conditions should be met. And next, because the liver is moving around, you should do image guided, planning image guided those delivery. I showed the operating card, somebody told that we were started we know that we is quite good in drugs. So I think we are just ready. You can just start.
Yes.
But for your training yourself, I think you may start conventional fractionation first. It's very similar to lung cancer or breast cancer. Liver is here, and we can add some conventional fractionation. So you asked me how many patients I treat breast cancer in a day.
Yeah.
Small one, because the number of patients who met the criteria are very small. Otherwise, patients who fail to taste, patients who had a concurrent major gastric invasion, they have a huge tumor. You cannot apply SBIT with tumor. Either we apply hypofractionation or sedation. Hypofractionation is usually 5 grade, 10 fractions. So you choose. So I think maybe the answer. And then we talk about proton and carbon ion. I think proton ion patients. I think still you can do very good practice without carbon. That certainly has, as you know, very good advantage because in the surface very low dose, and in certain gas very high dose to keep rapid, and the quick jump up of the dose. That's very
Right.
yes, so due to those advantages, when we were patient with the poor liver function, we can apply apply. However, I recommend you to start with the good liver function patient. Otherwise, you may encounter some bad situation. So, don't think about protein carbonate. It's very expensive and also if the physics part, that's not one part, then a little mistake can make a very serious disaster. So I think linear as very people in the linear would be ready. Then you were saying about, but I also see that you treat more than 1,000 patients a day, which means that people are very the experience is much better. If you come to United States, then the treatment, even endless they treat that than 600 patients. And most of the government want to occupy less than 200 and less normal. But you have many clinical experience. You can go, you can teach you. You teach me, you can teach, and then that's you teach the hospital. Your any experience. What was your last question?
I think it's a short question, okay? In our hospital nowadays, we have some limitation. We have many patients, but we have a little cleanup. Now we have only 6 cleanup for one patient. I think it's because limitation with economic status and some immobilization device. We have this door, but I think that body or some moving control, we don't have tracheal tumor, we don't have
Keep it low.
yeah, I think it's a near future.
It's not difficult. It's
Yeah.
not very expensive.
Yes.
So I know Vietnamese people are very delicate. So I think people can see.
Yeah, thank you. Tức là sơ bộ thì cho em dịch lại một chút, tức là mình có hỏi bà anh mấy câu. Cái thứ nhất là cái so sánh dịch tễ học của ung thư gan Việt Nam và của Hàn Quốc. Cái thứ hai là mình hỏi cái SCT trong cái bối cảnh bà ấy có những cái hoạn nặng hoặc là các cái đấy, mình hỏi số cái chỉ định của bà ấy trong cái bài trình bày rất là nhiều, từ là xạ trị triệt căn, rồi là xạ trị để bổ trợ sau cái tây, hoặc là xạ trị neoadjuvant trước khi những bệnh nhân phẫu thuật, hoặc là những cái oligo, tức là vi căn nhưng mà người ta vẫn xạ cái vi căn đó. Thì như vậy bên bà thì chỉ rất nhiều. Thì đầu tiên thì bà ấy nói về cái vấn đề về dịch tễ. Ở Việt Nam mình thì ung thư gan, ung thư phổi thì cứ thay đổi số 1, số 2, tức là tỷ lệ rất là nhiều. Còn ở bên Hàn Quốc thì như bà ấy nói là tỷ lệ tiếp số 4. Tuy nhiên là bà ấy có mấy cái về dịch tễ này, tức là bà ấy thấy là cái tỷ lệ số người viêm gan, tức là bên bà viêm gan B là chính, còn Nhật Bản viêm gan C là chính. Thứ hai là số lượng bệnh nhân ung thư gan thì gần như không thay đổi, tuy nhiên là do những ung thư khác nó tăng lên. Như vậy bên bà thì bà thấy là số lượng gan vẫn thế thôi, nhưng mà do là những ung thư phổi rồi là như bà nói đấy, ung thư đại trực tràng hơn là nó tăng nhanh, cho nên là ung thư gan của bên họ sẽ số 4. Thì đấy là một số vài cái vấn đề dịch tễ. Thế còn so sánh với SPLT và mấy kia thì bà ấy nói thật ra thì SPLT thì nó chỉ là kỹ thuật thôi, của mình bà ấy nói là ở Việt Nam mình làm một cái MRT về mắt đã rất là tốt rồi, thì là thế. Thế còn bên đó thì mặc dù là có cái proton hoặc nặng, nhưng mà họ nói là cũng chỉ dành cho bệnh nhân mà chức năng gan nó kém thôi. Còn với những chức năng gan mà ok thì người ta vẫn tốt nhất là sử dụng. Ngoài ra thì bà còn có một số chỉ định cụ thể SPLT, ví dụ như số lượng cái số u đấy 0,3 6 cm để kích thước vân vân, thì bà thì SPLT. Còn nếu mà kích thước lớn hơn thì vẫn chỉ dùng là cái xạ ngoài mình thôi, xạ kinh phổi thôi. Thì bà cũng khuyên là mình nếu bắt đầu mình nên bắt đầu với cái gọi là chức năng gan tốt, và ý là chỉ định và xuyên thì nên làm. Thế còn là một cái là cuối cùng bà nói về cái này ở Việt Nam mình nói là tại sao Việt Nam mình lại chưa làm SPT mà chỉ làm số điện tư. Thì ở Việt Nam mình một cái số bệnh nhân mình đông, mình không có đủ thời gian để làm. Ví dụ như do xây là người ta có 11 clinic cộng với một cái NDN tức là nó rất là nhiều. Còn Việt Nam mình mặc dù là nói là Việt ca thì cũng ngương nhưng mà cũng chỉ có 6 tiếng đấy và suốt ngày hỏng kiểu như vậy. Thì sau đó thì là bài nói là mình ảnh hưởng vấn đề là cái thiết bị cố định của mình, cái immobilization device, và cái nữa là cái thiết bị ví dụ như là cái streamer mình xạ trị 4D rồi là cái kiểm soát nhịp thở tracking nhưng mà mình chưa có, thì bài nói cái đó thì sẽ là không quá khó khăn vì nó không quá tiền tiền. Và bác sĩ Mạnh cũng đang học cái đó, nên hy vọng trong tương lai mình sẽ triển khai được đến một số cái nội dung mà cái lại chắc sau đây mời các bác sĩ có hỏi thêm là nghe
hay là hay Apple hoặc là có điện họ hay là Apple hoặc là Rock em và còn là
Oh, you have papers.
nghiệp tí chuyện
So, what do you usually write in your conference?
lâu
long time. I'm telling you, it's long time. It's Korean.
I think, let me introduce you.
Yeah.
That conference is very useful. Also, we work as a specialist.
Yeah.
Each time at the conference is held in one country. But at the same time, there's a after school. Called academy.
Academic
Academy is targeting young doctors for the build up their knowledge and the skill. So you can visit that website. This website. I think Akron is very searching there. Very smart. So you can get knowledge and if you present abstract, then there's some short grant.
Yeah.
So please check.
I think in the near future we have the collaboration with research because in Vietnam nowadays we have many patients with liver cancer. HCC and hepatitis B in Vietnam is 30% of all people. How about the rate? How about percent is hepatitis B in Korea? Majority.
Almost more than 30.
Yeah,
It's 30. But it's decreasing.
Increasing. Hepatitis C is increasing.
But that's for C, there's a very minor good drop in the disease.
Yeah.
I think the sooner or later, hepatitis type C will be eradicated. It will be disappeared.
Yeah, it's clear, right? Hepatitis C and this.
Giving breast patient was comparing SBIT and liver transplantation.
Yeah, that's
It's not binary.
Yeah.
Liver transplantation for resection is the first.
First, yeah.
And if I'm the patient, but liver transplantation, I need somebody's liver. So it's not easy.
Yeah.
So most patients want non-surgical alternative.
Yeah.
In that case, I don't pay for SBI is okay, but SBI is much better.
Tức là để tìm được cái người cho gan rất khó. Expensive for some liver.
ghép gan thì họ đã ghép gan thì ghép của các cái đấy thì có khoảng một cái 2% thì ghép gan mình không chờ ghép gan thì khoảng 5% rồi những cái
Bác tên gì hả bác?
Nguyễn Viết Đông.
Bác bệnh nhân mới à? Bác ngồi đợi ở ngoài cửa cổng sổ khám bệnh nhé, để đợi bác sĩ trưởng khoa về sẽ gặp bác. Thì có bác đang đi vào nhé.
còn những châu Á hay Bình Dương gan một năm họ một lần nước đấy thì năm ngoái là Hàn Quốc thì nó có nhưng mà các bạn mở cái highlight nó ra thì nó có cái đa số không vào sát để mà cái đám lớn đó nó trực tiếp đấy thì nó có rất nhiều trình bày đó mà còn được cái nó thì mình sẽ cái gì cái dịch mình cũng sẽ đó là tài chính thì cái mấy sang của bên Đài Loan ấy thì nó cổ này nó nhiều nó rất là nhiều đó kia lại là cái này thuật này mình sẽ sớm này xong nó có điều trị bệnh gan này xong rồi nó điều trị thuốc đích này xong rồi nó phối hợp cả tất cả phương pháp này xong nó lúc được giai đoạn muộn thì nó chuyển sang phẫu thuật đấy những phẫu thuật đấy những muốn thì những cái năm ở đây cái mình đương nhiên nó đang đến tập từ đó thì nhiều cả từ đó thì trước hỏi lại là gì trong vừa trong ngoài ở biển không phải thì năm tới đây có sẽ được không đấy các bạn các bạn ai
Oh yes, this now.
This year,
this
Yes.
yes.
Tháng 7 bắt đầu phải
If you want to go, then let me know because if you use my name, if I recommend, then there's a registration fee 50%.
Discount. How about the radiation plus with the immunotherapy for liver cancer now that is in trend?
Yeah, I just showed very briefly,
Yeah.
and then I think it's time that radiation oncology can go. Because in the past, for the metastatic patients, radiation therapy was not,
Yeah.
systemic therapy. Now, immunotherapy introduced. Immunotherapy alone is very, very big. It is something that can enhance treatment, So this time having because of time limitation, I only use so much slide. There's a huge area of immunotherapy plus radiation.
Yeah.
thì nó hỏi đi nó hỏi hello, thank you very much for the presentation. And we and some doctor here we are real international and I am intervention radiologist. So for technically we are mostly the technically over the world. Mean we do everything from the global action. We do taste with many technique. Even we can apply the SMT also. And now we understand the radiation therapy for the liver tumor. We have said it for a long time, and for a long time also we asked my colleagues to we need to into the combination of we want to send the question to for the radiation business. And we don't I don't know, but my colleagues asked tell me that it's very bigger impossible in Vietnam because we need the photon beam something like that. So we still thinking it needed the equipment from your presentation, and I understand that we can like radiation therapy now, so it is very high possible. And thank you very much. I think it's very good for us because I always ask my colleagues. So because I understand that for the liver treatment we need to combination is better.
Yeah. When we do ACE, there's a bit higher inside.
Yeah.
There is a very difficult artificial market.
Yeah.
You can see in the community.
Yes.
So when we design SBIP for the small liver, they literally track.
Yes. Yeah.
And then I think I had the same question from Ho Chi Minh.
Yes.
I had a seminar in Ho Chi Minh last year, yesterday. And then they asked when is the good time to combine radiotherapy after case. My answer is that sooner is better. However, when there's ever case, the patient liver enzyme elevation, so that is not good. If we add the radiation time, then we may see the hepatic dysfunction. So if the tumor and the liver enzyme elevation goes down, I think it's a good time to deliver liver.
Yeah.
But in my hospital, I know theoretically it's good to add radiation first, as soon as possible. However, in my institution, it's not that easy because there are many patients the waiting line up. So once I see my patient, and then the time duration between I see my patient and we are starting the treatment is 1 month.
1 month?
Yeah.
Oh.
So long waiting up.
Yes.
Waiting is good.
Yeah.
So I know theoretically the adding radiograph soon is good.
Yes.
But sometimes it's delayed.
And I think that I don't know when the data presented the first slide for the advanced HCC with immunotherapy, but for the Vietnamese population, Vietnamese population, I find that the rate of response for the immunotherapy is very low. I don't know why. I asked many experts from
I brought a lot in Vietnam and international export also. But they tell that's the data, but the real data is not correct. And I think I believe that the combination with the radiation and plus with immunotherapy is maybe the best treatment.
Oh,
Yeah.
there are many evidence already.
Yeah.
So immunotherapy or not, no fail.
Yes.
Yes. So immunotherapy should bring back very successful.
Yeah.
But there are many other examples, such as lung cancer or throat cancer, but this time I omitted all the slides in times.
And in your presentation, I saw some patient with the HCC. The treatment case procedure is mean the infusion therapy combined with radiation, and we technically we do the same, but we need the good radiation therapists not to have us because we accept for many difficult patients, acid patients from not only from the regional, from the HCC also come here. Before we treat, we have we try to combination the radiation of the interventional radiology performed and combine with the systemic therapy, but we like the radiation therapy.
So in this room, there's no
Vâng, chú đang ngồi đây.
no surgeon. So this is problem because although we all understand radiation therapy is important and we are ready to do now,
Yes.
the first thing is number one is to encourage the pathologists
Yes.
and move their mind.
Yes.
In my case, in the beginning, nobody sent patient to me. I visited their room with some coffee and what?
And some story about that. My best friend, he is Japanese hepatologist. My master see that and he's friend also. So he tell me now the story of Korea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nhưng mà anh Lan anh có